Welcome back to the Bazaar. I'm Inko, and this run I'm about to show you is one of the most frustrating runs I've had in a long time. But it wasn't frustrating because of like bad RNG or anything like that. It was frustrating because nobody was strong enough to let me stress test the build. The beginning of the run was really interesting. There was a lot of pivoting and decision making before we eventually settled into what you saw in the thumbnail, and I found the run generally interesting and fascinating. And the thumbnail is not clickbait, by the way. Here's the math. I'll put it up on the screen. But there were two major problems with what's on the screen right now. The first of which being that nobody lived anywhere near long enough to approach anything near, not even the maximum, even like 10% of what I could scale to. It was really disappointing. But the other major problem with how high this build scales is that even though there's no crane involved, the damage cap is 999,000. So I actually, just by using spices with the obsidian bug, scale 22 times over the damage cap. I didn't even realize this at first. I had to re-record the introduction because I found out that, oh yeah, the damage cap's actually in the game now. And this build crushes it. Not that anyone lived long enough to see me even get to like the first step on the Lion Cane DPS chart there. Anyway, it's still an interesting run and a mind-boggling powerful top-end scaling. Not that anyone stood any chance of getting far enough to see it. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you don't find it quite so frustrating as I did, because I really wanted to see just how high I could scale with ice luge spices and this much ammunition, and nobody was up to the challenge. Anyways, here's the run. Another day, another pig run, another chance to make a mistake and start with an enchanted item. Oh, these are all terrible. Restorative jewelry could actually be good because of the existence of Ledger. Toxic yo-yo will probably never do anything. An obsidian slingshot can actually win a couple of early fights. So it's the least high potential of any of these items, but I think it's also the only one that can possibly give me wins on days 1 through 3. And we're gonna have to wait for the sandstorm on this fight because we only deal 60 out of 100 damage. I will click Bananable here though. Duct tape is very, very good in pig because of apropos chapeau. You can make those that shield for thousands with just this item and apropos, so it's kind of crazy. And while we wait for the sandstorm to get here and end my non-violent protest, I'll remind you that you can sub to the channel for more daily Bazaar content just like this. And I'd ask that you hit the like button on your way out whenever you do leave, because it really does help the channel, the algorithm, and help the channel grow, and I really do appreciate it. Anyways, the sandstorm is here by the magic of editing. Let's see what we get. I've been getting a lot of blue nanas lately, and medkits. I'd really like to see duct tape and pig again. Not today.
Are pacifists.
Gotta go Quixel here. Obviously Fins is really, really good, but I have to go Quixel. I have to find items if I want any chance of winning my day 1 fight. And marbles are very, very good. Probably the best toy tagged item. I can't roll here. I will take the ATM though. We have a toy for experience with Tiny Furry Monster, but I'm not winning my fight right now. And unfortunately, Midsworth is another expensive roll. This is tough. This meaningfully affects my chance of winning on day 2 and my economy in day 2. I don't even know that I beat monster encounters right now. I'm clicking Midsworth. Okay, that is another toy. Slingshot cares about nothing else. I'm gonna take Steam Ladle because it's an item that can be good on a Matchbox board down the line. And that's not enough damage to kill a man, so I guess I'll lose. However, at least on day 2, I can find an upgrade hammer, and then instead of trying to dupe a matchbox with it, upgrade the slingshot. That's questionable. It will start killing people at that point. Starting skill left-handed, found something with multicast. I mean, the slingshot makes it look like I stand a chance of winning for a little while, but I don't actually because of this really unfortunate thing it's about to do, where it stops fucking shooting him, and then I just die. Damn shame about that. If I had just found one other toy across those 2 vendors, I'd have been able to do it. Ah, that sucks. I am feeling good about using an upgrade on it though. even though like I hate not duping the matchbox. I can't beat Rogue Scrapper with the slingshot build no matter what I do. I'm just realizing that. I'm not clicking on Tiny Furry Monster because it doesn't matter. Going to take that. I can't afford to roll now, so I'm going to leave.
I can already see all the treasures I'll put here.
Obviously, left-handed's really good with Obsidian, so I'm going to take it. Normally, I want to take Defense Grid there. B1, B2. Don't get a choice. Have to click it. I need the additional ammunition from upgrading this. It's now 130 ammo with 6 damage, and suddenly I can beat Rogue Scrapper. Very good that I got that event. That takes a while, 24 seconds. I mean, Rogue Scrapper has 450 health. It doesn't matter how long it takes. So it's gonna have 510. Have I made a mistake? I thought that surely it just kills. I might have been overconfident. I hope I wasn't. This only heals for 60, we should be fine. In my head, for some reason, it was healing for like 90, which it does not do. And even if it had, it looks like we had just enough that we could kill it even at that 90 value that was completely fictitious. Yeah, fine. It's 4 gold and potentially a buff. Oh, that's awkward. This already kills a man. I'm just gonna go for the upgrade hammer. Try to dupe a matchbox down the line. Try to dupe something down the line. Yo-yos, marbles, anything. Heal and regen's just not a very good pool day 2, but it does give me bird, which is much better than the steam ladle. And I can upgrade the bird. Okay, I'll go for Herma. I have an ATM.
Purpose just to come see me, are you?
I mean, the Ganjo's definitely better here. And not like by a small margin either.
Live in forests. The cities where the wounds are.
Yeah, it goes off after, so it doesn't matter. I feel pretty comfortable against the pig. Provided it's not like a day 2 matchbox dupe, this man's just dead to the slingshot. 350 health, which is what you expect. He took the income start. No, he didn't. He just found income like I did. Turbo Yo-Yo is not going to do a whole lot here. He's currently in the process of scaling up with Epicurean Chocolate, and we will just be murdering him with Obsidian Slingshot. Slingshot is an item that does a lot of damage for anyone who hasn't really played with it before. You need it at silver to have enough ammo on it, but once you get it at silver, if it's part of a damage board, it's actually pretty respectable. It's just Pig doesn't do like wide cobbled together damage boards like Dooley and Vanessa often do. At Obsidian, that's a lot of incentive to try. Truffles. Well, that's interesting. I do need to pivot out of Obsidian Slingshot at some point in the run, that's for sure. All right, inventory sorted. Not a lot going on right now in terms of future prospects. We need to figure this out. I'm gonna go medium items. There's a lot of things I can find that I would like, a lot of things that don't help.
What's right for you?
Silver weights are absolutely a pipe dream. I will roll this though. Wow, that's also still not helpful at all. I have no way of scaling at Ladle high enough ever. I don't really care about a bronze boomerang that much. I'm gonna take it, but like, it's not good. It's not doing anything. Just a very minor economy piece. That's not true, it's a toy. Wait, it's a toy. That's 2 more ammo. That actually matters. Okay, I can live with that then. Herma can get me the bird, but if the ATM's not on my board, it's kind of useless. Yeah, silver cold room's just not very good. I'm gonna go to Finn's Big Bite here. Take the regen. It has a good chance of mattering in these early fights, and I do need it to live a while to kill somebody with a slingshot. Scout Trooper. Fuck, I'm so bad at the game. I was so sure I beat Scout Trooper that I didn't think that I had a full inventory to clear space for my boomerang. It's fine. Don't talk to me. I don't want to hear it. It's only a bronze item. What can it matter? It's not even like it's a silver boomerang, so it's not like I'm missing, say, silver gunpowder for an ice luge down the line. Would I ever be happy to ice luge an obsidian slingshot? There are worse things to ice luge, I suppose. There's also just other mistakes I can make that are more problematic, like throwing away free loot. Curio's not very good for me right now. I've got a slow item, so that's all right, but I need my money to find a build. That's the main problem here. A lot of run left. I could take income here and be happy about it, but I could also be happy about a fight. Yeah, I need an experience event to level up anyway.
I can already see.
Oh, apparently I didn't. Apparently that wasn't true. Whoops. This is actually a pretty easy choice. I'm going to upgrade the boomerang to silver.
Now that's
I just value the economy you get out of this so highly. Oh. That's tough then. B1, B2 is obviously good. I'm going to go Andy, though. I need to fill out this board.
The finer the meal.
Okay, we're going to commit to some jank-ass damage build and dupe this yo-yo. We currently don't do a lot with said duped yo-yo. Not actually convinced it will ever be helpful, but we have it. Do I want a tusked helm or a bird? Is Steam Ladle irrelevant to my interest? Yes, it does nothing. Which lets me put this in, and then it's only one cut for a bird. But the bird's just not that good, but it gets plus 20 heal value, which makes it kind of a lot better. The bird is currently better.
By that, I mean, excellent choice.
Not sure I want to toss these items yet, but still. Okay, that's the day 3 board. I've certainly never had one quite like this before. Since this yo-yo sucks, I'd actually rather have a faster item next to the good yo-yo. This yo-yo is not good and will not be good unless I find an apropos chapeau and enable it, or unless I find like dog skill or something to give it damage. I feel decently strong for day 3 though.
you do see these tusks, right?
My fight isn't with you, but if you...
It is Crow's Nest Force Field? What are we doing? What? How's that work? What's the plan? I have to assume this display doesn't work. You can't see their stash. I have to assume there is a cove in his stash. Otherwise, this man has lost his mind, because I don't get it. Slingshot will absolutely kill him, though.
You've got talent. You should put it toward no
So, quick check. Did anyone other than the slingshot actually do anything? Because he had 120 negative health at the end. Yes. Yes, they did. I didn't need the defenses at all, but this is over, you know, and have to have waited 4 more seconds. It did something. And I'm happy to hear that it's not literally just the Obsidian slingshot show. Oh, Andy's so weird. It's not day 5, so Ice Luge doesn't exist. And normally I'm like, I want matchboxes. I want matchboxes so bad, but not with this build. If I'm looking to go into apropos chapeau, and I am, I need to find like a monocle.
You can't afford it.
I don't need those. Huh. This is a very good card if you get it to a high level. I could see myself transitioning into a Steam Ladle build with Cold Room. It's just such a powerful thing. It's a very minimal investment. I see no reason not to do it. Just like that, that's free gold basically. Hot stones aren't hitting my board and I can't afford to float bronze hot stones for no reason. Just because like pipe dream down the line, it might matter. Okay, this is a tough one, right? Kina can sell things I very much care about. But B1 and B2 won't be showing up much longer. And if I want the second yo-yo to matter down the line, charge 1 isn't good enough. It needs to be at silver. So I'm gonna do that. I'm not convinced it's good. This build doesn't beat a Hexa, by the way. It just doesn't. It requires me to get very lucky on Slingshot RNG, and even then I'm not even certain I kill. We're going to remember to sell this time to make room for the boomerang. And I guess I'm gonna go fight Boiler Room Brawler, looking for specifically the Energy Potion. Energy Potion is just fantastic in general, but especially on Pig. Pig always struggles to find haste, so full board haste for 1 item slot is absolutely wild on this character. Unfortunately, they never gave this man his hammer and wrench back, so he still has a bunch of dialogue lines about whacking you, and literally no item to whack you with. So this is a bit sad that there's only 1 hit instead of like 3 hits here, but whatever, here we are. When you use a tool, items adjacent gain 3 crits. No. I don't even have a second skill for my Grandmaster yet, but I don't want to mess up my Grandmaster. I think a Crook build makes me weaker. But a Crook build could be used alongside this 2-slot toy, but that would still be 4 ammo. No, a Crook doesn't make me weaker.
I've got everything you need to do.
I'd better be right about that, because we're about to commit. I'm keeping these, by the way. I'm still looking to try to play this, it's just right now they're fucking horrible. They don't do anything. I came here for the monocle, by the way. The real reason I came here is because I want to have a monocle so that I have tool apparel in 1 slot for an apropos showing down the line. I got what I actually came here for. That was the big deal.
Real nice.
And that's it for the stalling. Now are we buying a Crook? I don't need this. I don't need that. I don't need this. I'm gonna hold that because I might make money with it on the second page, and I'm probably going to roll trying to upgrade my cash register. Or get an early globe. I have the money for it. It's worth doing, it feels like. The issue is I just have to wait so long to kill my opponents right now, because it's basically just the obsidian slingshot doing all the work. I think I'm actually better off crooking. And I don't have an upgrade when I get to level 7 either currently. Like, all these upgrades are pretty mid at best. So yeah, crook is just the thing to do right now. 6 gold to roll though, that's crazy. Ain't doing that.
More is more, I always say.
I'll take my silver skill, see what's up. I got a lot of weapons if I'm playing yo-yos. Don't have a lot of weapons to really make Honed Arsenal good. Hotspot's not good, I'm not a drill build. Gonna roll that. Strength is actually pretty solid if I'm planning on doing double yo-yo down the line. And I have an obsidian weapon that I'm relying on to carry me right now. I think I go to Ayla here. If she just sells me a second crook, I go to the moon.
Buy my weapons, and you might.
I think yo-yo is better than the bird, and flail is better than the ATM.
Hey, when you carry my
And I'm happy to roll for the chance at second crook. Nope. Need to make room. Bird is out. Okay. This is not a terrible day 4 board. It's a very weird, just like damage pig board. Hybrided between obsidian, slingshot, and the crook, but it's just enough damage to kill people on day 4.
But I've seen my share of storms.
Coral, jellyfish, pearl. Life preserver is a bit scary. Hopefully I don't get crit by the Langsian before I get him down. This is also a good example of what I meant when I was like, I need other weapons because I will eventually lose. Like, if I were waiting for Slingshot to hit him 5 more times, I would not win this fight. This does come down to crit art. Actually, I might just be dead regardless. Yep, just lost. Just don't do enough. Damn shame. Kind of surprised by it. I mean, this is an incredibly strong item in the early days. It's literally doubling his health pool for 2 item slots. If I had a silver life preserver in place of any item on my board, I'd have won. Yeah, I just don't think there's any way I could have piloted this start to win that fight, unfortunately. Damn shame. Well, I'm glad I have the crook to start trying to find a way out of this. I hate seeing Quicksoul pit against the mountain pass like this. So often I see mountain pass against literally anything. I'm like, ah, shit, I have to click the fight though. I would love to try to upgrade the slingshot or the Ganjo or the crook or find a pivot out of this, but C fight, click fight. This is the second time I've thrown away loot in this run. I just forgot about the cash register, man. I'm so dumb. Do I have any use for an obsidian fang? Put it on the other side of a Ganjo and pray? That's a use. It does scale double value on strength. It's faster than the slingshot. Yeah, we don't get rewards here. Fair enough. If I want to get good loot, I need to play well and stop wasting things. I can't go to Ayla. This is one of the last B1 B2s and I need this Ganjo to function on my current board. That's really unfortunate. I never beat Scoble. I don't know that I beat Infernal Envoy either. That sort of narrows it down, doesn't it? I hope you're proud of me for remembering not to waste boomerang for the 3rd time in 5 days, by the way. All talk is not great for how slow my build is and how bad my defenses are. I guess I'm just hoping for a silver gunpowder to hold for 8 years so that I can eventually put it on luge. Don't really have a plan here. Sick. That'd be really good if I actually stayed at high health values. Do I just want to feather what I currently have? No. Going to sell this coin. Going to reconnect to the game. So like I was saying, sell this coin. And that gets me to 25 gold for +4 income, and it's hard to say no to that. Okay, Andy. Ice luge. Come on. Earliest possible ice luge. We're going straight to the moon. I'm happy with that, to be honest. Otherwise, that never gets upgraded.
Excellent choice.
Gold matchbox, huh? I mean, if Crookin' doesn't work out, matchbox is a good build. I've got 2 pieces of it. I don't really see how I could use the matchbox currently. I'm always buying Signet Ring. That's just locked in. I don't need to hold this. So I can buy the matchbox here. And I'm kind of at a crossroads with the build, where I either have to lock in on Crook, lock in on matchbox, or lock in on the obsidian slingshot. And one of the others can show up for a little while to help bridge the gap. But eventually the build's gonna be all about one of them. I'm gonna be honest with you, can't really imagine it's the slingshot. The slingshot got me 2 wins, happy enough about that. Kinda wish it were a better item I could build around it that actually got me 4 wins, but hey, here we are. I think it's not doing much more after today. If I buy the matchbox, it's a 4 gold investment. And what I see in the next story will determine whether or not I'm going Crook or matchbox, probably. Well, Midsworth's kind of not the shop I want to see for any of these builds. Would I go Succulent here? No, I hate that card. I don't like Succulent at all. It's a bit late. It's only at silver on the rewards card. I don't have a ledger. I don't actually have to care about inventory space. It's only a bronze cash register. I'm not losing much gold. I am going to sell the feather. And that lets me pick up the rewards card, but I'm just going to not... Oh, I should have sold the cash register. I forgot it was Midsworth. Yeah, the cash register is just not doing anything. I'm just going to sell it now out of sheer embarrassment because it's objectively wrong to have. Just punish myself and hope it'll make me remember. Anyway, this is currently the best build I've got with the pieces available to me. I'm not horribly weak. This guy's at the same win rate as me, but winning later, which is not good.
Are you sure?
I have a hard time imagining I'm taking a win here. It'd be nice if I did. Induction Aegis, Bomb Squad, Soldering Gun, no core, Big Drill, Heavy Uzi. Probably gonna die about that, but if he's not too fast, he's pretty fucking fast. We're so close. Nothing's gonna go off in time, we're dead. I died to slow RNG on the Uzi. If I'd gotten hit by 1 less slow on the slingshot, I kill him. That fucking sucks, man. That hurts to watch. Oh, okay. If you can sell me a gold crook, it helps. Obsidian Lion Cane, huh? Yeah, I'm sorry, Matchbox. It's not working out. I don't think you're happening. I don't know what changed, but something certainly did. How do we get enough money to make that happen? Because I'm buying that 100% of the time. We're sticking with the golden crook. That's gonna be our level 7 upgrade. I would rather not sell the second yo-yo, but it seems kind of irrelevant at this current junction. I need 10 gold. Got 4 that's easy. 6 that's easy. We're not going apropos chapeau anymore. Maybe it's just the Ganjo. We just keep 1 yo-yo so that the slingshot has bullets. And that's the plan. Is the yo-yo worse than marbles? Debatably. But I like having both yo-yos left over. Oh, I didn't need to sell the last item because I took the ganja. But yeah, we take obsidian lion canes in this house. We don't say no to that shit. And I am rolling here because of the possibility of getting a low rank Atlatl that I could buy, or a crook. Now the issue is, having found an Atlatl, what kind of like the Atlatl? I'm about to go up to gold on my crook. I have left-handed. I have strength. Gold on the crook is 40, 80 damage, 100 damage, 115, 140, base 30, 170, which is kind of wild on this day. And I will level up before the fight. All right, just scrap the entire previous build.
Use it well. Make me proud.
Well, the stash looks very, very different than it did yesterday. We have 13 income, so even though we're comically broke, we should be able to recover from this and get a win. We don't die if we lose today, which is reassuring. Gonna take chocolate bars, because I have the lion cane and no money. Seems like an obvious choice. We don't beat Lich. And I really want to, but we don't. I'm gonna go Dire Mosquito. If I go Dire Mosquito, because Paralyzing Rush is so strong, it converts a heavy Atlatl into a turbo Atlatl as well, which is kind of crazy. And the wings are generically good if you have an Obsidian Lion Cane, so it's hard to imagine this being a bad fight. Always sad to be like, I can't possibly beat the hardest monster, and then just go literally insta-kill the weakest monster.
Are pacifists.
Upgrade to silver or lower tier item. Take the crook, please. And suddenly the Atlatl is looking a lot better. 1.6 second cooldown, huh? I'm gonna go Jules Cafe because it wins the PvP fight. This is now a 1 second Atlatl. And I will happily go look for another fight. I'm glad I didn't overdraw that because I completely forgot about it. So yeah, 195 on the Atlatl, day 6. Seems like it's probably gonna be pretty all right. And would you believe the rest of my items might not be triggering? Oh, the boomerang stole the glory there. You kill stealing bastard. But yeah, very solid now. Dragon Whelp's not really helpful. We'll be holding that till the end of time. Toss a chocolate bar. Probably just toss all the chocolate bars. I would rather have 30 more health for the fight in case it mattered than potentially 1 more gold off of a Barcoon. Down a win, but honestly, there's been a big build transition here, and I am not convinced that I am in any way weak. Runic double bow, I'm feeling confident. I've never seen the runic double bow on a good board. This is a generically wide board. Those things can be pretty scary, but I'm up 400 base health. We've got the massive Atlatl. Bonk. Dead. Yeah, I feel good about that. Oh, it did stop being like permanently online as soon as I took a chunk of damage. I'm glad, very glad that I took the temp boost. I'm not actually sure how that fight goes. Probably still a win, but the temp boost is what made it so easy. Heal and regen's useless. Get a weapon's not very good. I'm gonna take temp boost immediately here. This allows me to win any PvE fight, guaranteed. And it makes me much, much stronger against any PvP opponent at the end of the day. That's the real reason I care about it. And again, these aren't very strong options with medkit chocolate bars. I'm gonna go Orion and try to get an early diamond crook.
Tools, weapons? Well, that's up to
Those are certainly not. Neither are these. Early globe with this lion cane. Yeah, sure.
Ooh,
It's not even that early, but I just need all the health scaling I can get, really.
real nice.
Shield, no thank you. Heal and regen, no thank you. Sort of narrows down my options. Don't get any benefit from any of those, so let's figure out what to sell. Roll that. That is literally 6 complete blanks. Oh, that sucks so much. I have no properties. It makes my Grandmaster. Cool. Thanks, Orlin. I love playing Pig. We beat Shot Trooper, no problem. And I want the experience, so stop thinking and click them. There is no item reward that matters here. Incendiary rounds could theoretically do some weird stuff later, but it's highly unlikely. It's so nice having the instant Atlatl this early, though. Even if I am cheating with the temp boost. Sea fight, click fight, I'm going to Mountain Pass. What did we get for our loot, by the way? Useless. Does Infernal Frigate have the flamethrower? That's the other one, right? Yeah, that's the other one. Damn shame. Fire Starter's not bad. It's a big chunk of damage. The rest of this, Rocket Launcher's just better than Flail, isn't it? Like it's a direct upgrade. It's certainly better than Boomerang. Well, I'm not getting either of them. Dude, these loots have been absolutely atrocious. I have not gotten a single usable loot item off this Boomerang. I'm gonna go non-weapon items. Luge is just so powerful that I don't care. Well, that's an interesting shop. I want all of those, and obviously I don't have 32 gold. I just spent all of my money on this obsidian lion cane. So I have silver gunpowder. The way Luge works, it's a 5-second cooldown with 1 ammo. Freeze adjacent items for 1 second, reduce the cooldown of adjacent items by 1 second for the fight. And then if you get it to diamond, it becomes 2 seconds. It's still only a 1 second freeze. So if you get this with a silver gunpowder at diamond, I obviously will be using my guaranteed upgrade on this, it's gonna reduce the cooldown of your items by 4 seconds, which is fucking crazy. That just says the cooldown is gone. It's instant. It's a 1 second cooldown. I would also like the globe for health scaling because I have an obsidian lion cane. Just makes sense. Although using the guaranteed upgrade on Ice Luge with the lion cane is a bit harder, I'm still gonna be doing it. I also have bootstraps as an option. A lot of upgrades that don't matter. I don't have a great economy, but still, what do I have for value I can get? I'm fine just selling the truffles for money at this point if I have to. I'm gonna start counting on the assumption I have to, because I need 32 gold to buy all this and I want all of this. I'm at 10, 12, 16, 18, and then I have to sell things I don't want to sell. 20 with the gunpowder because I can buy the luge first. And then I'm 12 short. So the only way this ever happens is I sell the truffles. I don't have to sell the rewards card though. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to sell the truffles. I'm going to sell this. Before I do anything else, I'm going to buy the bootstraps because it cares about how much gold I spend. I'm going to toss all of that. That is the 16 I need, but no, I'm good on space. I take the globe level up. I take the ice luge. Bring the ice luge down. Sell this. That's going to be fucking insane in the future. We have guaranteed upgrades on all of our stuff over the course of time now. I'm actually going to roll here. I'm willing to sell the rewards card if there's something good on this page. Pawn shop with the obsidian lion cane. I can make it happen if I sell the signet ring too. I really don't want to do that. No, I'm not going to sell anything here. I like having the rewards card for economy down the line. 260 max health. I think I'm just okay to take that. Yeah. And we are set to do some terrifying shit down the line. That shop was very good. That's why you go to shops. You imagine it's gonna go like that every time, and it usually goes much, much worse. How big is the cutlass? Only 85, no enchant, heavy silencer. I believe thanks to the Atlatl we'll win this. Oh yeah, the Atlatl's got this. Also, I'm up literally 2,000 health on the man. So that part kinda matters. Dude, this ghost is pretty scary for day 7, isn't it? I might be a menace. Globe health coming through, like to see that. It's been a while since I had a globe run. I just tend to not have the stash space for them these days. Going to any store is +4 gold. All right, JJ, do you have any upgrades for me? I'm just wasting my time.
Sometimes I sell stuff.
Not gonna buy a cash register. I don't really have the space for that. Safe. I am gonna take the safe just to push the boots along.
How about this weather?
They're at 44 at this point. Shouldn't have sold that. I might be going to Midsworth next. Not gonna sell the rest of it because I might be going to Marcoon next. I also might just be going to Middle.
Nothing tiny, nothing huge.
Oh my god, we got the belt. Toss all of these. I will liquidate anything for it. I don't care. I don't want the flail anymore. Flail's out. Give me belts. The upgrade went on to the rewards card. That's fine. I'm going to start buffing the signet ring because I have nothing else I'm willing to liquidate. But yeah, gold belt with an obsidian lion cane, huh? I wonder if that's a good interaction. Not quite sure. Nothing I care about really on any of these. Like, feathers are generically good, but I'm going to push experience here. I want to make sure I'm level 10 at the end of the day. Oh, it's already locked in. I could have fight the Cosmic Rock. Should I have fought Cosmic Rock then for their chance at feather? No, I want the guaranteed gold value here to keep pushing bootstraps. Now the real question is, do I upgrade bootstraps to try to mass enchant my board? I no longer have truffles to check. Randoming bootstrap sounds pretty bad.
You'll win, and you'll win. But
Man, this is not a good boomerang. So I have the choice of going for Kina, just getting the guaranteed value here on rewards card, or going to Monster Ranch. If Kina like sold me a bootstrap upgrade, it would be crazy. Same with any of these items in my stash and the belt, and I have the money thanks to the rewards card and the drop. But like, Monster Ranch can just sell you feathers and wings and send you to the moon, and you know, these aren't great, but they're still fine. They're good enough. I'm happy to take an insect wing here, man. A shield enchant. If I shield enchant the bootstraps, I'll get it on the boomerang, and the atlatl, and the signet ring. And that's not even very good. And I think the way this build is going, the Obsidian Lion Cane's gonna one-shot them. The amount of shield it could give me doesn't matter. Because after it goes to Diamond, it'll be hitting for like 4,000 on day 10, minimum. And I have other items. So I'm gonna random something. And I'm really trying to convince myself not to random the bootstraps, and I'm not hearing it. It just doesn't sound fun, you know?
Old friend.
Shield feels like a pretty severe low roll. Yeah, heavy's good. I will very happily take a heavy atlatl eventually. Oh, I've been fighting people with boomerangs on my board because I've been broke as shit all run. Don't worry about that, that's fine. Oh, actually, I don't want to go to Barcoon. There is a chance that going temp boost here will be the reason I win the fight, because it changes the atlatl from like a 1.8 second cooldown or whatever it was to a 1.1. It's a massive increase in damage output. Nothing else needs to be changed.
are you sure?
And with the amount of health I have thanks to this belt, with the atlatl being made turbo by that temp bonus, literally almost 3 times this man's health, and he's playing a Treb build, this poor new player. Oh, I'm sorry, honey, Trebuchet's not good. I want it to be good. I see where you're coming from. It just doesn't do enough, even with like a really good build for it, with all the synergy pieces. It doesn't hit that hard. If I click recap, was that Treb being good, or no, not really Treb. It's just everything hitting me at the same time. Felt like Treb might be putting in a little bit of work there, but no, nothing. Oh, it's such an underwhelming card every time I see it. It's worse than Lighthouse. And when I say this, I mean these are cards that I like, and conceptually I want them to be good, and they just underwhelm the shit out of me. Not that they're like the worst cards in the game. I think that's gotta be chocolate bars, even though it's awful. Yeah, I'm gonna take 3 bronze chocolate bars. And here I'm much happier to go to Kev, try to upgrade this belt. Just take the upgrade on Signet Ring, that's great. It means that I can't waste my next upgrade. Those are not helpful. And I don't have the kind of money necessary to push bootstraps, so I'll be on my way. I have good economy, but not like bootstraps can do anything economy. No reason to fight those other two, so we'll take the rightmost for the maximum experience gains, and weapons platform I think has just nothing for us at all. Gold battery could actually be good. I'm trying to figure out if there's ever a way battery and ice luge both go in for the Lion Cane. It's a very strong item. Well, I don't have to think any further, we have an Uzi, which is wholly useless to me. Pygmalion skills are awful, I'm going weapon skills here every time.
Good meat. I mean, good to
5 damage is not enough, 10% crit is not enough. I'm gonna roll here, push bootstraps, try to get something better. Yeah. I was thinking about taking quality over quantity. Obviously, it doesn't work now and won't work for a long time, but eventually that could be Lifesteal on an Obsidian Cane with Ice Luge.
You will not die.
There is a health stacking Ice Luge build down the line that wants quality over quantity. I'm taking that for the future, not for now. What I'm doing for now is putting plus 10 flat damage on this Atlatl. Getting it down to 1.1 second cooldown without anything that's temporary. Oh, a third one. Another one. Do I want another one? Right now at Diamond, it would go down to 2.6, which is a lot worse than 1. Like, if I'm using it specifically for Lion Cane, it is better this way. Yeah, sure. I think 3 is better in a Lion Cane build. Now, back to the situation at hand, I'm going to go to Monster Ranch and find a wing and realize I shouldn't have done this. That does appear to be the case. Well, no, even with the wing, it's still the right play. That's the thing. That's why it's right. Feather does appear to be objectively better at the minute, though. Toss that. No reason to do anything else. No heavy enchant today. Going to sell this now. It might affect the outcome of the fight, and it's going to prevent me from fucking up tomorrow and upgrading a bronze chocolate bar. All right, Becca J, what do you have? What's going on your side of this?
For you to steal.
I feel so strong. I feel so strong. Primordial Depth Charge with heavy. Iceberg. Well, Iceberg's pretty good against Atlatl, but this man is actually just going to die when he gets bonked, which is about now. Give it up for Becca J, everyone. He thought he was gonna live for 11 seconds. That was downright optimistic. I don't mean to talk shit specifically to that person. I'm just being silly, in case it came off that way. Oh, I like the Lion Cane idea. This feels very strong. I would like to thank Ayla for just giving us the build concept.
Big bargains.
Do I want to spend a shitload of gold on this pinata? Honestly, yes.
I can feel our energies resonate.
It gives me a gold item from my rewards card, makes it easy to like just go to any 4 gold roll shop and get a roll. So yeah, that's all good. It's not a 4 gold roll shop though. I can go here and spend 10 gold on chocolate bars to force it, but I just need to find any item I care about to upgrade. I can also just throw away 8 gold like this. Frankly, let's throw away a little bit more and push them further to the next upgrade. That's not the one I wanted. That's why I was willing to push it further. We're going to a PvE fight here, so I don't need to hold that. I'll roll this. We need to spend 27 more. That's really not happening without a good result from the PvE fight. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, Blizzard seems good. No, actually in the long run it's not, but we win the fight and I want the maximum XP value, so we'll go here anyway. But yeah, Blizzard, while it's good right now, it's not actually good once I have Ice Luge, and the dream down the line is Ice Luge. For now, the dream is get to level 13 as fast as possible to double the damage Obsidian Lion Cane does. That seems pretty good. I have so much health for day 10. I'm just the guy with a belt and a stick. I also have the Signet Ring and Globe in my backpack. That's doing a lot. We got Cinders. God, this thing is awful. I have gotten 0 Lion Talismans, 0 Vials of Blood, 0 Wings, 0 Feathers from this boomerang. Anyway, we're looking at gold tier loot item. Maybe it'll be one that does something. You never know. Truffles to check an enchant down the line. Fine, I can live with that. We can go Andy here, and that's important because it allows us to force the bootstraps upgrade, which is actually a big deal. I need to spend 27 gold, and I don't quite do it with just these 2 items, do I? This is only 24. The roll is only 26. So I need to buy this, sell it, buy the monocle, sell it, and then take the rewards card. I'm willing to
Said
do
money
that.
Can't buy class had neither. Buyer's remorse never.
And I don't need to sell right now because the boot traps are only at gold. And that gets me the heavy atlatl, which I really badly wanted before my PvP fight. I will roll here. I'll take an ice luge if it's offered. Well, I take a loop. We're starting to hit stash problems is the thing. And I really don't want to drop my permanent health scaling, my bootstraps with heavy on them, my ice luge, my rewards card, or the thing it's targeting. So I actually think loop's kind of just bait in this situation, which is weird, but here we are. Curio gets a lot better when you have a heavy atlatl. Just suddenly anything that buffs slow duration is completely fucking crazy. I'm so strong that I don't think I'm worried about dying today. I don't think the heavy atlatl crook thing lasts forever. I think we're switching out of this eventually. I kind of feel like Bazaar Khan's better, even though it's only 2 experience on this set. It's wrong. It increases my odds of winning rather meaningfully to come here and find makeshift barricade.
Hard to clean up the bazaar.
And it's worth rolling. Is it worth buying a shadowed cloak? I mean, the heavy boomerang's not very good. Atlatl does nothing with haste though, it's already at speed limits. 1 second of haste on this doesn't matter. I am just going to roll here looking for the table leg. Would I ever want rocket boots? Can I justify buying and selling? Or sorry, holding? No. I was thinking about the bar of gold though.
I need to get rich.
Not quite enough money for a bar of gold. I would love to buy it and sell it just to push these 5 further along, but I don't have that kind of money. Can't use ice luge yet because if I take out a medium item, we drop under, so I have to keep that in. Maybe I should have looked at the front page for things that increase damage. I didn't realize that I'm still relying on all talk here, but even though this is undefeated dually and I'm not like fully together yet, the pieces I have are so strong that I just feel very confident. I have a 9,000 health on day 10. I have a massive lion cane. I have a heavy atlatl that starts off going 1.1 seconds. It will slow down when I take enough damage. He has an infinite power drill charging nitro to make sure it stays infinite. But atlatl is here to tell him no, your build is actually not allowed to play the game. This is why we went to Curio. His build's very scary. He's doing tons of burn. But the atlatl just slowed his entire build for the entire fight, and looking at the durations of some of this, it's obvious the Curio trip mattered. I don't think I was going to lose here either way, I have so much health. But I'm definitely glad I made that decision, because that undefeated dually was horrifying. It was a very good build, every single item I saw until I got to the fiber optics, at which point it went to the moon. I think I go medium items here. Happy to get literally any of these.
If I don't have what you need, I'll help you find who does.
Well, it just got a lot easier to upgrade the luge.
Enjoy that.
Because why on earth wouldn't I now? Pushing bootstraps doesn't matter. I have no gold items left. That's an argument for you can upgrade the bootstraps. But I'm pretty sure I go 10 wins if I put a diamond luge on my board. I kind of wish I had another item that mattered to put next to it. That's awkward, but oh well. I'm gonna leave. I don't see a reason to roll this shop. Maybe I just do the crook so that this is better. I'm gonna take temp damage. Should I take temp health? Surely if someone hits me for 10,000 on day 11, they're probably hitting me for 11,000, right? I'm gonna take temp damage, just in case it somehow impacts all talk and a result of a fight. I don't know that I beat Void Goal. If it hits Belt, he dies. If it hits anything other than Lion Cane, he just dies to Lion Cane. So the question is, if he hits Lion Cane, and I lose 16 damage, this drops to just over 100. Okay, no matter what it hits, I should win. And there's a 4 out of 5 chance that it hits something other than Lion. Okay, let's see if I was right, or if the atlatl lets me down. It hit the second caltrop, so this should just be an easy win, I think. If I had hit the first caltrops, I'd be worried that like by the 2 of them combined, Or rather, if it hadn't hit either caltrops, I'd be worried that the two of them put together would be enough to drop me under 180 thanks to all talk being part of my damage. But yeah, that was not quite worst case. Actually, if it had hit something else, that might have been a...
Nice person.
Okay,
Too nice.
I found the second thing I want to use the luge on. Now we just need the ammo. Oh, would you look at that? Thank you, streamer client. That was very helpful. I appreciate it a lot. In fact, I think we're done keeping these off the board. I think it would be better if they were on the board because we got our upgrade and it's time to get the luge to diamond. And something is certainly about to happen. I'm not quite sure what. The spices are a lot worse with the crook and the Atlatl on board. But I mean, it's still buffing the Atlatl by 200 damage every time it goes off, so it's not fucking nothing. I'm just gonna take extra health. Why am I looking at anything other than Fens? What am I thinking about? That was so much health. Oh, hey, it's the heavy enchant. I think I've seen that one around before. It's not particularly useful, is it? The luge is slow 1 for 2. The belt can't be enchanted. The spices is slow 2 for 6. Done. Why is it slow 2 for 6? That's so many for so long. Is that really what it does? Yes. So I've never had the ice luge on a video before. Let's talk about how broken this thing is. Every 4.7 seconds, it freezes both adjacent items for 1 second and permanently lowers their cooldown for 2 seconds within the fight. So this guy's crooking. He's got a turbo Atlatl, caltrops, a flamethrower. This is all very scary, but he's about to get bombed. Thankfully, I'm gonna win, but unfortunately, I'm not gonna get to show off Ice Luge too much because he's gonna be dead before it can really start doing a lot. You know, I'm glad I had the spices there. It actually mattered a lot. The flamethrower just hurts like hell with a, just look at his board. He's a really good crook build, man. I'm glad I won that. Going to recap, he dealt a lot of damage. 2,400 here, 1,300 there, 3,400 here because of my Atlatl. The crook never matters in the crook build, it's everyone else. But the big thing the crook did was give 460 damage to his flamethrower. This is really more of a scaling fight sort of thing, like that's what this setup is for. If somebody's got good defenses and doesn't die quickly, this is going to kill the shit out of them. It's going to double my damage from 200 to 400 to 800 on the Atlatl, and simultaneously it's going to drop the cooldown on this from a 6.2 to 4.2 to 2.2 to 1. Maybe we'll get to see that in a future fight. I'm not sure anyone's gonna live long enough for this insanity to actually pop off. And before I can forget, let's get this back in. Over what? Over the Atlatl, I guess. I don't think we'll need it for the PvE fights. We'll go items here, just for the option of upgrading bootstraps, I guess.
I mean, a customer.
Don't need those. Those are all interesting and potentially very good items, but not for my build.
It was nice to see you.
Gonna gamble for experience every single time.
The Bazaar is more than a
Maybe health is where, no, it's not percentage, it's 200 to 600.
plaything.
Maybe I should have gone private hot springs actually, so I can go down to just the one weapon here. Oh, that would have been a thought. I could have dropped both of these for private hot springs, which is like a Gorgon skill on its own, and an active item. That was super unintuitive, but it was the right call. Because I have quality over quantity, I'd essentially be giving up 3 item slots that really don't matter that much anymore to get Lifesteal on my Lion's Cane, get the spices targeting the Lion Cane, and then I have Gorgon skill defensively to make sure I can live to do all that. That was actually a pretty big mistake, and I regret it. We're probably still going 10 wins, to be clear, but that was clearly not well piloted. It's not large, though. It's big in my heart, but it's not actually big. It's good for the Atlatl, I guess. I don't think it actually matters. I'm gonna roll this. Yeah, see, that seems better by like a really substantial margin. Every time I go to Adira, in my heart, I'm like, you can get Diamond Defense Grid. You can just gain 50% more health that instantly wins burn mashups. Yeah, I really regret not taking the private hot springs. It would have been very good. Anyway, the idea that this man lives is comical. Awakened District is beyond dead. We do just one-tap him through all of his defensive items. Seems alright. Oh, it is 1 second slower on the first activation, though. It's immediately made up at Diamond. It doesn't matter.
I've come too far to let you
Huh.
stop me.
But it doesn't work. I'm not upgrading these bootstraps anymore, and this is useless. To anyone who's upset by what I've just done, I'm sorry. But I've got the build. I need items and health and skills, nothing else. And maybe I don't have like the whole build. Maybe I made an egregious mistake just now by not taking a bunch of random shit. Speaking of, I can take a bunch of random shit right now. That definitely goes on you. If you're in the build, it needs to be there. Is it right to just grab random items to enable quality over quantity? It's so much fucking damage, right? Like, I'm gonna take the bird.
You're a smart one for your size.
And Steam Ladle's just
Tell
cheap.
everyone you got it here.
I just don't need this. And I don't like this. And it's obviously wrong to not have bought Private Hot Springs and be doing this now. But,
I think that suits
I want somebody to see what this build is. I want them to load into my Ghost and just be like, what the fuck is the first 4 items flip over? Monocle is just not very good. None of these items actually matter. What matters is they are small active items to maximize my resilience to disruption. Oh, I wonder if this fight will go any differently. Obviously, our disruption for our opponent is tremendously lower. The disruption for the build at this point is called, I have 24,000 health on day 12. That's how I disrupt my opponent now. Yeah, that's about what I expected, except for the part where you crit for no reason.
Not all Jabarians
Sure.
are pacifists.
Take a skill out of the pool, why not? Going to upgrade an item. I'm going to take more health.
Moving up in the world.
The only defense I have is health, so let's make sure we have enough of it.
My people would
Man, this is gonna be the weirdest thumbnail. People are gonna look at the building and be like, what the fuck are these items? Fiery Chlorants? What? Is that 6 wins? Is he falling apart? It's late enough that 6 wins is falling apart. I'm going to just assume Chlorants is bad and doesn't do anything. Also, bonk. No one's living long enough for this to matter. They're dying on the first hit of the Lion Cane. I want to be clear, just real quick, what happens after just under 15 seconds on this build, okay? After 15 seconds, I've used all 3 of my spices because the cooldown's been just thrown into the gutter. And I have doubled this 3 times from 8.5 to 17 to 34 to 68,000 lifesteal damage every second. This is 68k lifesteal DPS once I've scaled. And boy howdy do I have time to do it, but no one's living long enough to let me do it. I've got the diamond belt, what can Flex do? Sure, Flex. Can you give me better items? Because the ones I'm using don't really matter. T-set theoretically is better, but it's not actually. I just need small, sure. I just need small items to maximize my resilience to disruption. Monster Ranch it is. I don't actually want more gunpowders, but this goes down by 6 seconds. So 9 seconds in, it goes off the first time. The second time it goes off, its cooldown is 4 seconds reduced. So it's gonna be 9 seconds, then 5 seconds, and then after that, 3 seconds every cycle. So it takes 14, 17 seconds to use the first 3 copies of spices. At which point in time, as previously established, like 78,000 DPS, right? But what if it doubled again and again? And you can tell me the feather is objectively better. I don't want to hear it. We're talking theoretically 200,000 lifesteal DPS. Do I need to explain why I have done this? At no point during this video do I actually realize I have an obsidian lion cane, so the spices are not doubling my damage each time they go off, but tripling my damage each time they go off. And that's a pretty major difference, because when you double something 5 times, you get 32 times more value. But when you triple something 5 times, you get 243 times more value, which is, you know, slightly more. Man, I really wish we were getting bigger XP enemies, but it's fine. It's not like there's any chance of me losing. Oh man, the old version of this, where it was a passive effect when things froze, was so funny. That design did not last very long. Anyway, this is the whole problem with the build. I keep killing people before I even trigger spices once. Iceberg's funny. Oh, you got more? Well, that's just funny, sure. We'll do the math with a thumbnail at some point about what our highest theoretical DPS is. It's not gonna matter, but okay. I can put the iceberg in, right? It's like thematic, you know? But I'm not sure it's good. Leaving it on the table is probably wrong. Yeah, I'll gamble for more experience, man. Why not?
Edge of the foundation. They wait. They build.
Well, that narrows it down to weapon skills, considering the alternatives are actual trash. You can get 5% crit chance. I can get 64 flat damage. There's gotta be something better. There really isn't. I'll take gold shatter because I'm freezing my own shit several times, but it's not good. I need to sell some. I'm not using the iceberg, man. It's just not relevant. Hey, it's a fight worth experience. It's actually enough to level me up to 18 on day 13. Kinda wild. I'm really sad because I don't get to use the spices or the ice luge. If they die on the first hit, then none of these items mattered. The amount of gross overkill we are dealing with is fucking Hey, it might be the last fight when you did something worth doing. Thank you. I cannot put into words just how insane the Why, game? I cannot put into words just how insane the overkill on this build is. Yeah, diamond tier loot item. I don't know what it can give me. Gold gland for 3 regen, it'll make a difference. If you made it to Sandstorm with me, this would be 1.3 million lifesteal DPS. I don't know how you make it to Sandstorm with me. It seems like you'd probably die around the 100,000 lifesteal DPS point at worst, but most people are dying around the point in time the first time I swing the fucking cane. I'm tempted to take it off my board to give somebody a free win, but then I'll get instantly killed by the boulder or some shit, so I'm not gonna do that.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on.
What are the odds you live very long? 0. He's dead first swing, man. They all are. I'm too strong. This is the plight of One Punch Man. Nobody's a good enough fight for me to show off what I can do.
Another round.
I had access to over 1 million lifesteal DPS if somebody could just tank it somehow. Oh my fucking god. Is Ice Luge even pay to win if you don't get to use it in any meaningful capacity because your build's too good? His build is too good, he said, with literally 4 items doing nothing. This is the funniest victory. I've never felt stronger and more frustrated at the same time. Just, I had it assembled. I had Infinity Spices Ice Luged with a Lion Cane, with Lifesteal, and massive health stacking. And just not a single person lived through the first bonk. I mean, I don't know what to say about the build. Because I want to talk about the cool stuff. The Lifesteal. The 50% defense grid being massive amounts of durability. The insane scaling of Ice Luge spices with all this extra ammo. But like, big stick go bonk. I just kept killing them with the Lion Cane. I didn't get to the part where I scaled because nobody lived long enough. So, it's a good build. It's obviously incredible. Can I lose to like instant crit boulder? Yeah, everyone can. But I mean, this is one of my favorite builds. There is no kill like overkill. And this spices that I cannot hover for some reason, that was all overkill. All 7 uses of the spices were fucking unnecessary. I really enjoyed this run. I'm glad I was able to pivot slingshot into the crook build, find the Lion Cane, find all the crazy synergy pieces for the Lion Cane. I just wish I'd had a run with Ice Luge, because even though it's on the board, I didn't have a run with Ice Luge. It did not affect anything a single time because I was too damn strong for it to matter. And in case anyone's not seeing what's happening with it, the reason it didn't matter at all, it's not like it was making me faster. When your cooldown is adjusted, it doesn't affect your current cast. So the Lion Cane was gonna cast for 6.2 seconds the first time it went off, even though at 4.7 seconds, this would like theoretically lower the cooldown to what's already been charged. It doesn't matter. So the Ice Luge just didn't do anything. The spices didn't do anything, just big bonk and stick. I wish I'd encountered like final boss pawn shot pig so I could put this shit to the test, because he wouldn't one-shot me and I would scale. Like, it scales so quickly is the thing, right? The second time this thing goes off, it's at 20,000 DPS, or sorry, 20,000 damage on 4 seconds. The third time it goes off, I think it's just increased in speed, but the fourth time we're already at like 50,000 DPS. Sorry, 40,000 DPS, but like, at some point the difference in hitting 10,000 every 6 seconds or hitting 100,000 every second is academic, apparently. I thought the spices and Ice Luge would matter, and I'm kind of sad about it. But I hope you enjoyed seeing just how dominatingly powerful this could have been. Because it still swept, it was still incredibly strong, but God, we could have killed way tougher people than we did. Kind of sad we didn't. Anyway, that'll be all for now. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.